I mean, it doesn't have to be just those two cards, right? We do have the Steward. Steward is not very exciting to me, but it's something. Could run Mine Rot. Mine Rot may be okay here too. Am I playing Raise the Alarm? I wasn't going to, no. Steward and Cutthroat are okay if you recur them. Steward can't do this. It's a tap effect, so you can't do this on the turn you cast it. So I'm a little less excited about recurring Steward. I kind of want that creature count up too. What do we have? Things that matter for creatures. All of our recursion, so 3 graveyard effects. Twinblade Assassin wants creatures, and Scythe wants creature bodies. I think I am going to play the last creature. I'm going to play the Cutthroat guy. All right, how's the mana base looking? That's plenty of white sources. That's 5 white sources. 6 really with Evolving Wilds. That's more than enough. And then we have 3, 4, 8, 9 black sources and 8 green sources. I think that's about perfect. We maybe need 9 greens. We might need 1 more green source at the cost of 1 swamp, I guess. I want to be able to cast Nightpack Ambusher and Silverback around 4 or 5. So I want to hit double green pretty regularly. So I think it's +1 forest. Call it a deck. Damn good mana for 3 colors. Well, that's why we decided to play 3, right? So we saw so many early picks off of the Forsaken Sanctuaries. And it was tough finding these colors. All right. Bomb Rare. We'll call this deck. And we'll put this card right there. And then we'll go, what do you guys think? 7? 12? You think I can go? You think I can go 5 wins? We'll Filthy get at least 5 wins, 1 minute to predict. Farm your points. Okay. I don't know. That was a super interesting draft. A lot of decisions. I'm playing with a bunch of new cards that I haven't played with too, so we're gonna see what they're like. This is clunky. So I think it's a no turn 1 play, turn 2 play, play 2 level 2/1/1s. We lose 1 point of damage, but I can't. I want to develop Thallid on 3, which means I have to play Forsaken Sanctuary on either turn 1 or turn 2. And if I play it on turn 1, I can get the Scorpion out, but I can't get the Stitcher out, and vice versa. So I think it's just play this, lose 1 point of damage, get 2/1/1s after. We have decent mana base, so we should have 3 colors. I notice I don't have 2 green in hand. That's interesting. I don't mind developing this as a tap land. I don't need the Stitcher Supplier out this or the Scorpion out this instant. Imp, Silverback, and our recursion card, because fuck you, game. Thanks. Okay. Milling our recursion cards is certainly a Sag. Absolutely a Sag. Dart into Animator. Jesus. Two forests. 3 lands off top though is good. If I drew 4 lands there, I 100% lost. So I can attack back with Thallid if I'm willing to take 5 damage. I can take a turn off and just play Scorpion. Hand is a bit awkward, and then I don't have a 4-drop. I have a fair number of 4-drops though. I also have more 3-drops. I think I take 5 for tempo. Do I benefit from milling with the Stitcher's Supplier? Jesus Christ. Yes, otherwise I wouldn't be playing the card. We've got 4 recursion sources, right? Pacifying the Thallid. So that was happening regardless of what I played. Did get punished, drew a 4-drop. I don't want the 4-drop on this board. Oh, is this Essence? No, okay. So annoying we milled a fucking recursion. Let's not flood right now, okay? We already milled 3 lands. We don't need to be at another 3. I mean, this is now fucking 10 lands. How many non-land cards do we have? Like about the same. We're like running 50-50 lands right now, slightly ahead in lands. So I can play Angel and get an attack in, but it doesn't really help me. It's more mana efficient, I guess. The 3-3 compared to... I think I just want a Protector. I feel like whatever I play here is getting fucked up. And next turn with Angel into Protector is just better. Should play my land in case. Yeah, it's weird. Self-mill cards are always weird. There's something inherently awkward about them as a player, right? You don't want that to occur. This is deal 3 or deal 2? I thought it was deal 2, but it is deal 3. So we can just remove it. That's fine too. I don't care. I just need to get that animator to calm the fuck down with that 5/5 on turn 3, hitting me for 5. Right? Dude, come on. Maybe could attack with it. That's a 2/2. I guess I could have, but if he gang blocks, I'm fine. I should attack with the Scorpion, just missed 2 points of damage. Okay. You hate self-mill in draft? I don't. The only time I hate self-mill is when I run out of cards. Jesus Christ. Alright, opponent. Double spell, scry, 4/4 on the board, buffing his existing creatures to another 5/5. Calm down. I mean, that's easy blocks though. He's tapped out too. Okay. Problem is, this scry last means it's all fucking value cards on the top of his deck. And I have drawn land. I mean, we milled 3 lands and then I've drawn 4 lands off the draws, right? Like what? I don't know what to do here. Like, stop drawing lands is the easy solution, but... It's tiresome to have no decisions, right? I don't know what this card does. Okay. Opponent happily double spelling. Awesome. Alright, we gotta hold 1 land for the Macabre Waltz. But we're dying. We're dying on board. Depends how aggressive our opponent is in attacking here. Into a draw card. Fuck off. Fucking game is so rigged right now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of our 17 lands. Amazing. How many non-land cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're 12 lands, 9 non-lands. 3 of which we milled. Okay. Did he draw? He played draw card into draw card? Yeah. A 1 mana draw 2. 2 mana draw 2. Into another draw card. I mean, what can I say? We're not going to win this game. We have to draw cards that aren't lands eventually in our lives, and they have to be impactful, and they have to be impactful immediately. I mean, if I get Graveyard Recursion, we can start playing flyers. Flyers on this board are super relevant. Ambusher's good, but it would have been better previously. So how much am I taking in the air? I'm taking 5. 6 in the air, actually. It's pretty bad. Could you not just attack with something so I could at least get ambusher value? No? It's too bad. So this is too late. Oh, that's fine. You can counter that. It doesn't do anything to the board whatsoever. I don't give a shit about that counter. Better that than a real card. Murder's good here, I guess. I'm still dead though, right? I think that had to be Macabre Waltz to come out of that, or Gravedigger. Okay. Well, opponent, I'm glad we had this exciting interaction where I played lands and you played spells. That's a really fun one. I'm really, really appreciative for that. Thank you, Shuffler. I mean, what a great experience for a game. I can't imagine wanting to change a game that has that as an interaction. Why would we? Why wouldn't we want to play that exact experience? I don't know how Ben manages to remain untilted by that. It just seems insane, man. Like, what was fun about that? All right. I can do this whenever, right? Okay. Does it matter? I guess second black source is relevant. Oh, it's worse than anti-fun and watching yourself lose. It's insanely frustrating. Because you spend all this time building a deck, figuring out the things that, like, synergies and the ways to tick, and then you play the best you can with the stuff you have available to you, and it still doesn't fucking do anything. It's just brutal. It's a brutal feeling. Okay. So he is red-green. I normally would just slam a 3/3 here with the Fleet Cutthroat for mana efficiency, but he is red-green. There's going to be big creatures there. I might want this. I've got removal in hand for later. I think this is just a Truffle Snout as a 3/3. I don't think the life gain is relevant right now, and the remove a creature might be. I mean, he's going to be on 5. So like a 5/4, like that fucking common gorilla. He's ramped twice now. Would have been so sweet to have fucking drawn a land there. This card would have been so good on the board right there. But hey, last game was a flood of epic proportions. And this game is the same. Do I want to trade my... I do want to trade this. This is fine. Okay. All right. What are we gonna see for 5? 7/3. It's actually best block for me. I don't want to answer the 3. Like, any blocks are good. He doesn't want to block this because I threatened to pump. If he blocks this, he doesn't understand why I'm attacking with this. I Fathom Fleet while developing board. And if he blocks the 3/3, I play 5/4 and draw cards. Like, all of those are good for me. Now, him 2 for 2ing me there is a little less pleasant, especially with the exile on the card that I care about. All right, holding removal for big stuff. I might remove this ogre if he plays no cards just to start getting in for 4. Happy to trade this. What do you think it is? First strike? I think it's first strike. All right, traded off the lower power creature. I should be holding lands right now because Macabre Waltz requires lands. That's a mistake. It's annoying that he draws a card that draws him another card. Which draws him another card. It's a good draw for us, though. What's it do? It does something. I think it draws, makes his other ones. Dude, stop casting things away. Okay, when attacks each creature you control with power 4 or greater, it's +1/+1 against trample. Okay. So we can force him to chump, but it's not really a chump. So I don't think removing anything helps here, right? So the same blocks are still available. Sure. It's fine. Would have been nice earlier. So unfortunately, this is a 4 mana cost card, huh? Who do we want back? We want you. You? Okay. Dude, another tormenting voice. Okay. I mean, this is I don't begrudge him this at all. Red green decks. He has a bunch of accelerators with the rejuvenators and then a bunch of draw off the thrill of possibilities. It makes sense to me. Is this a 3/4? A 3/4 triggered by his discard synergy is pretty cool. All right, how much mana do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's really clunky. It's 8 to equip this, right? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it is 8. No, I've got 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, and 1 to equip. Okay. Oh yeah, 100% scythe. I was just counting cards to make sure I could do it. I'm not worried about the 3/4 either. I was trying to decide if I get to attack this turn with the Deathbloom Thallid or not. And the answer at the moment is I do. No, it comes in at +1/+1. And it gets bigger. I haven't played this card before, but it seems cool. He's currently dead on board. I don't care about getting 1 more chip damage. He has to kill the ape to live. If he's going to kill the ape at instant speed, let's get a token out of, counter out of it. Okay, that doesn't help you. Okay, Good game. All right. +1. I got a little annoyed when he drew the shaman. All right. Do I need to restart this client? Like, why is this like 10 seconds waiting for the server? How have they made this client worse since I played last? Like, legit question. What have they been doing? Do we have a friends list yet, chat? Did that ever get added? Did they do anything to support like drafting with friends? Can you like invite a group of like 7 players to like a draft pool? That red-green deck was cool. I don't know. It seemed worse than the other red-green deck that didn't play any of the card draw cards, but just drew his, you know, mythic rare 6/6 flying dragon and then the lava axe to beat us. I mean, honestly, the one outperformed the other, right? There's no draft with friends. That's so stupid. And I mean, it just seems like, why wasn't the pandemic like the best time ever for Magic the Gathering Arena? They should have implemented all the things that they want to do. I guess maybe they, I don't know, is it competitive with themselves? They want you going to the game stores and buying product maybe, so they don't want a online equivalent? I don't know, man. That seems a little conspiracy theorist. Top deck best skill, yes. Building red-green decks with no selection or cycling and then top decking the cards you need is by far the best way to play Gruul decks. I mean, our opponent made the mistake of not believing in himself and was punished for it, the last opponent, because he didn't believe in himself. He didn't know that he didn't have to run all of those tormenting voices when he could just run the mythic rares instead. You don't draft for free with friends. I mean, you pay whatever you have to pay for the packs, right? Yeah. But I mean, they could have done that. You could have done that through your local hobby shop. You could still be playing with the local guys at your local hobby shop if Arena supported that, right? Just give like a fucking store code. And then your store code says, hey, we're the such and such store code. If you want to join our drafts, we host these drafts at such and such times. You know, it's so many, it just feels insane. Like, I don't understand the lack of money poured into the development of this game. Like, they have this huge player base. Why don't they try to capitalize that in some way? It just seems nuts to me. I don't know. There must be stuff going on that doesn't, because it doesn't make sense on the surface. So there must be something behind the scenes influencing that, but I don't know what it is. So I was gonna Fetid Imp. I guess that's still fine. Yeah, businesses are getting butchered, but we aren't acknowledging it yet. Is absolutely true. So it's a 1/2 flyer. Why is our opponent so slow? Opponent, go faster. If opponent's in chat, just say something in chat and I'll tell you the card I draw so we can play at a faster pace. If you're stream sniping and that's what the wait is. We can just get away with that, okay? All right, so mana efficiency is Imp or Scythe. Imp can't block this turn if I do Imp. Scorpion blocks just fine. I could just play Scorpion, no mana efficiency, but it screws my next turn because then I can't Scythe. I think I just play Scythe out, and then next turn is Truffle Snout, or possibly Scorpion plus Scythe. It's you? Okay. Guys, keep them updated on my hand so we can move this along. Bold of me to assume people are making decisions deliberately. I don't necessarily think that of individuals. I certainly think that of fucking companies though, right? It's interesting. Could just be murder here. So technically my Imp becomes a 2/3. It's more mana efficient to play out Imp here. Could just play a 3/3. I don't mind using this for life gain later. I want things to start dying. So part of me wants to put this on the Imp. Is it murder? I'm okay if he murders the imp. That's fucking fine, dude. You take your 2 damage from that too if it's murder. All right, it's equipped, so that's nice. Getting our tokens to win the game. I can murder and scorpion next turn. I got a lot of options next turn, right? We got a ton of... Every card in our hand is playable next turn. Rex Sage for sure. I still don't think anything trumps the... I mean, bold. You assume I'm not deliberately intending that? How what? I have a lot of recursion. Opponent, I drew Night Pack Ambusher, so if you're thinking of attacking, you probably shouldn't. You want to make sure you snipe the shit out of that. No? Okay. You think it's a concede? I block. Might of the Masses trades off. No? Okay. Well, I mean, it's your decision if you don't want to do that. I think I just harvest this value train as deeply as I can. If I don't play any spells this turn, we start generating 3/3 wolf tokens. 3/3 wolf token seems pretty decent on the board here. We'll just play on his turn. We have 3 pieces of instant removal in this deck. So we'll just play on his turn. It'll be fine, chat. Do I have to remove that? I'm not removing that. I refuse. Doesn't challenge my board whatsoever. Do I want to? I want to hold 1 land in hand, right? Okay. Yeah, but he's playing like it's a handicap. He's playing Sentinels and Skeleton Archers. I'm playing Night Pack Ambushers and Murder. It's not a greenback duel for the ages. It's not even remotely fair. Move the Scythe? I don't think so. I don't need +1/+1 on the Scythe here. I'd rather just get in for 6 damage. If he wants to gang block the Ambusher, it will charge the Scythe. I can Murder if I need to blow him out, or I can just let the Ambusher die. I've got tons of value in hand, right? I guess he could Murder, Ambusher, block Wolf. Would be annoying. That's not annoying. That's great, though. It does have to be attached for the charge. Yep. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible to end of turn. So this play costs him a card and it kills a token. I get another token back. Resolve. Okay. Your turn, opponent. If he plays a second creature here, I'm murdering it so he can't block the Ambusher. Actually, I should murder it anyways. I don't know if it matters here one way or the other. It seems weird not to save this for some fucking sick bomb. But he's dead on board if he doesn't do something about this. I feel like if he had instant speed removal, he would have removed this Ambusher previously. And it could be a combat trick, in which case let's get that out on his turn. That's fine. I still get my token next round as well, and we still have more gas in our hand. So even if it's a bomb, we have something like Cutthroat, right? So I think it's okay. I actually miss drafting in person a little bit. I haven't done it in a couple years now, but I moved to a new location. When this fucking pandemic dies down a little bit, maybe I can go take a look at the local gaming store. Kind of be fun. Yes, opponent. You have one card in hand. You have decisions to make. You're dead if you don't do something. Take your time. Yeah, I think that's the nicest suspicion we've had yet, Uranium Spoon. He's narcoleptic, right? Sometimes he just falls asleep mid-game and like wakes up. He's like, oh my god, it's so hard to keep track. It's like twice as hard to play that way. Ah, glad to hear that, Phineas. This game is genuinely flawed. It's one of these games that you're ambivalent about, right? With the idea that there's really strong positive aspects of Magic and really strong negative aspects of Magic. WotC, for example, big negative part of Magic. Lands, pretty big negative part of Magic. The interaction of a interactive, well-played, long thought out board game like this, pretty fun, right? So you're ambivalent, right? You've got strong positives, strong minuses to this. This is a rage walk away, right? This is designed to waste your opponent's time as much as you can, as some sort of impotent kind of like scream to the heavens that they beat you. Okay. It's always a little weird because it devalues the opponent's time. Yeah, you can walk away from it. So I guess maybe if that's the max, he took 1.5 minutes of my time. I get paid to do this, bro. So I don't know. All right. People take time in person, but it is a complicated game. I don't actually hate the fact that people take time in person, although it can get ridiculous. I've had games where I didn't have time for game 3 because of that, and that's kind of bullshit. He was furiously self-pleasuring. Oh, that could be true. I don't know if that's better or worse though. What do you think? I think better. At least someone came. All right. We need our second green source. We play the most amount of green lands in this deck that we have, though. Opening's fine going first here. Stitcher Supplier into Forsaken Sanctuary. Got a swift response for early aggro. Too bad that wasn't a forest. He thinks he'll draw green land. Not wrong. Not wrong. He does think that. He hopes and prays. Murder, Gravedigger, Forest. Can you think of 3 worse cards for us to mill right now? I don't think so. Murder is the fastest, best, most versatile removal. Forest chat, never didn't have it. One Cloudkin Seer. Okay. I'm greedy to get that ambusher in play, but I don't mind blanking his 2/1, hopefully drawing removal, interactions, something, right? Don't mind that at all. I think I'd trade the Protector for that. Question is, 1 mana red spells. There's a pump spell and... I guess if he 1 mana reds, I can Night Path. That's fine, actually. I mean, I am trading 2 for 4 in the air. Am I okay with that? Yeah, I'm gonna... Go. Because this guy gets +1/+1, right? So if he's got red spell here, which it looks like he does, it's fine. Oh, it's not fine if it's the trick, I guess. Shock. Sure. Okay. The card I didn't think about was, I mean, I said it out loud, but I didn't think of the implications of it, was actually the +3/+2 for 1 red mana. That would have been a blowout, right? Because the +1/+1 wouldn't save us. It would beat his prowess, but it wouldn't beat the actual stats given by the trick. Yeah, Infuriate, that's the card. Yep. It's weird he shocked the same target. Why wouldn't you shock? I guess he didn't want to give us the Stitcher Supplier benefit. Oh, it's because in case I could grow it. Okay. What is this? 5 mana here. I mean, this is a really nice card to deal with instant speed creatures. I think it's just removal though, right? Okay. I'm fine with that. Do I Swift Response to Seer to just prevent the bleed? Lava Axe Face. Okay. We're Swift Responsing the Seer. It's enough Lava Axe losses for one day. How did we go to 13? Weren't we at 18 last round? Oh, he Lava Axed me. Yeah, okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I thought I killed that Seer. I don't know if I should attack with the 1/1 here or not. I do generate a wolf if the ambusher survives. The ambusher's not going to die because I have finishing blow to prevent combat tricks here. So maybe the supplier's there, but he might just take more damage this round for the supplier, but maybe the supplier's fine. It's just a card to die. So now he'd be at 1 instead of what we're at now. Really unclear to me that mattered one way or the other. Okay. I don't know if I should have attacked there or not, right? Because I think I should have. Because I don't think it really matters if he eats the 1/1, takes the extra damage. I don't know. I guess that's the crackback, right? When he starts doing things like Lava Axing me and then recurring into a Lava Axe, I start getting really cranky about health total. Oh. Did you see the game today, Listed, where I lost the Lava Axe? I've been saying this for all day today. My experience with this game, this format yesterday and last night post stream was this format wants, if you just go in with a medium powered deck, you're in pretty fucking bad shape, right? Like it feels like what I want in this deck is either a very heavy this format right now is either a very heavy tempo deck, often with flyers, or I want something running some bombs. Like I feel every time I have some like medium deck, like it feels atrocious. tap land's a little awkward here. I think I still prefer this. I could Sentinel this turn, but then next turn I do nothing, and then what? Play the Thallid into the Protector, maybe. I kind of like Thallid on the board here. So then it's, I don't know if that was right. Like, I'm delayed either way. Am I trading my Thallid for the 2-1? Maybe. It's a nice draw. I'm okay with that trade. I really don't give a shit. I've got like gas for ages in my hand. This is fine. Maybe I even prefer it because then next turn I can Angel of Dawn if I want. That's slow. Okay. So I've tried, I wanted to play this card. See what he tutors up. Tutors up a Howling Giant on 7 mana. He's at 5. I think we'll be okay. Maybe I should have waited a turn, done Griffin this turn. So he's 1 mana off casting that dude. So these are trample. It's a 5/5 body that we're gonna pacify with 2 wolves. It's gonna be his whole turn next turn. He's got no good blocks here. Okay. I mean, kind of has a good block, I guess. He could dual block the Sentinel. That's fine. So what happens next turn? If he plays, so if he, okay, so we play out Griffin and we kill him next turn. If he goes for, if he goes for that play, which is a reach card, we just pacify it. He'll be tapped out and he dies. So maybe he won't. Maybe he doesn't have the 7th land, for example. There's the 7th land. Okay. Good game. All right. We'll crack this. Okay. Yeah, that card seemed really bad. 3 mana, do nothing. Telegraph your play. I don't know. I think he had to be further ahead on the board. I don't think he can sift into a 3 mana tutor card into a 7-drop that gets blanked by a single removal. I think it's just too slow. I don't know what his hand was, so who knows if he had any other options. I'm not sure about the sequence of cards we played earlier. So we don't have black mana here, which is a little bit annoying, but we have our bomb card and 2 green, so we're probably just going to go with this. It's going to be awkward when we inevitably draw tap lands on turn 3. Untap Swamp is the dream draw here. What is this? 2/2 prowess and what? It's annoying. I mean, we've had 3 draws? 2 draws. Fuck off, game. Okay.
Quitters never win.
You Moonface Killer for the 10 months. I mean, opponent is currently doing nothing, so that's good. Drawing a bunch of cards is less good, but it's not killing us, which is okay. Tap land? Not tap land. Okay. I guess if he had shock, he could still blow me out, right? He just interacts with that then. All right, so we started with 3 lands, drew 3 times, didn't get a 4th land, sucks ass. It's going to be tap land still, have no black sources, so the entire rest of the hand except this is dead. All right, so we're dead. That's now a 4/4 flyer. We're nowhere near murder. You guys are going to be surprised about this. Turns out you need lands to do something in this wonderful game. I guess it maybe should have been a heal. I was trying to play around shock, but it wouldn't even have played around shock. He had an open land. I was also trying to trade with that, though, so I don't know. We can't come back from here, right? It's 5 in the air, 6 in the air, 7 if he has a spell. Dude, this is the second Lathless we're having played against us today. It's another air creature, so I can't chump it, I can't block it, I can't interact with it. I mean, I can remove it, but then I still die to his board, right? So fuck that. All right, land screw cost us game. I don't think anyone is gonna fucking mulligan that hand going first with 3 untapped lands, including both green sources and the ambusher in hand. There's just no way you mulligan that. Any black source gets you there. So game decided by things that are nothing to do with me. Okay, feels bad. Games like this is why I don't like Magic? Yes, yep. It's definitely the downside of Magic. The extreme variance. I wonder about... This is harder. We're going first, so we don't get to mull. Or rather, if we mull, we lose a card. We're nowhere near this card. We're missing lands. We're nowhere near this card, this card, or that card. Punished. Absolutely devastatedly punished. Okay? The hand is in all ways worse. Oh, I don't have to discard 2. Okay. That's ugly. Quickly the tide turns. In what sense? In terms of the shit game with its shit land mechanics again? It's about 40% of your games, for sure. Okay. I'll take my first 3 turns off. Opponent took his 3 turns off, though, so maybe. Drew land here is actually really good. I wish it was my planes, but I'm okay with it otherwise. My untapped planes. If it had been a tap land, it would have been kind of annoying. This is a mill card, right? You gonna mill me, friend? Yeah, you are. What a weird block. Alright, so Thalid 2-for-1'd him, but we 2-for-1'd ourselves by having a mulligan. What? is this? He's gonna swap the mist. That's kind of bullshit. I don't have white land, so I can finishing blow remove it. Main phase, because I don't have I don't have an answer to that 5/4 if he's got something to interact with that as I'm casting that. So yeah, it's a little womp wompy for the switcheroo for sure. I was thinking about the 1/1, but the fact he's got a 1/1 on board makes it a little less exciting. Any advice for a noob? Watch drafting streams. You might even stay away from drafting until you're real clear on the mechanics. You can play a lot of free-to-play standard decks, and that'll give you basic mechanics. If you enjoy the drafting element of it, watch drafting streams. Deathsea, Ben Stark. I guess it's Ben S MTG. It's a really good one. I don't know all of the streaming ones right now, so we're at 6 mana. I feel like he's setting up the counterspell here. His board is not challenging for this. I could run out both the other ones, but I could also just play this. If he doesn't have counterspell, he's in trouble. If he does, it's kind of annoying, but I gotta get through it anyways. Okay. I haven't looked at the economy in a while. I know the economy is designed to milk you for money, so you should try to do your absolute best to minimize being milked for money in this game. Unless you're just loaded and don't care, or don't even have to be loaded. If you're just willing to expend that amount of money for entertainment, sure. But the game is designed to make you pay money into things. Okay. Time is a resource. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Time is a resource. Depends what you're doing for recreation, though. Time is less of a resource as a penalty if you're enjoying the time you're spending, right? Okay. You can jump creatures here. I don't want him jumping creatures. I think we just milled our last 2 recursion pieces. Oh, we milled one of them. We hit a Gravedigger. So we still have bottom card of our deck is currently our last piece of recursion. Of course we milled Murder. We're 2 for 2 with Stitcher's Supplier hitting Murder right now, which seems an outrageously high percentage. It's an infinite value combo, right? Dude, come on. Just fucked up my tapping there. Should have manually tapped to make sure I had enough green mana for that. That was bad. I still gotta work through this though. He recurs, this card recurs the 3/3, the 3/3 recurs that card. And he gets to play with my graveyard too. So all of my graveyard recursion is paying off for him right now, which is fucking bullshit. This 2/2 is actually super relevant to this board as well. I think I just literally cost myself the game by tapping wrong there. So I have to draw off the 5/4 here. There's a block where he can block Gravedigger on Supplier. Interesting. Alright, that's how we get through him. Either air or a shit ton of creatures, because it's mana intensive for him to infinitely combo here. But he infinitely generates with the Gravedigger and the fucking guy. He gets a 2/2 and a 3/3 every single turn for his mana cost, right? We have no trample here, but he's dead on board for a 2/2 and a 3/3, so it's not good enough. But man, if only I had played that Sentinel the turn before. That was a pretty big mistake. I don't know if he can win from here, but if he can win from here, it's because we didn't play the Sentinel. So he's got 10 mana. It's 5 for that. And 4. Yeah, I think the best he can still do is Gravedigger plus that and leave 1 mana up, right? That's not good enough. You're dead on board. Oh, he's at 1 on board. Fuck! Oh, dude. Yeah. Sometimes this is a win and sometimes it's not a win. It would have been a win if we played that Sentinel. And I'm kicking myself pretty hard about it. He's got 1 more mana, so we can do the infinite fucking recursion garbage again. Does seem strong as a 2 or 3 part combination. There's two of these things in the format too. 3 of these salvagers. There's the Shipwright Dowser at 5, the Salvager of Secrets at 5, and the one at 7. I hate how much my graveyard has helped him this game. Oh, he's gonna... Okay. He's still dead to the imp right now. So he has a removal card in hand, I guess. So that kills my 1/1, presumably. So he's got something for the imp, maybe his own imp. I'm just so fucking excited to see that card not back in his hand right now. Oh, milled ambusher. Dude, look at this mill. Okay, but he can't activate that. He has to block and he can't activate the death touch. If we could maybe not just draw land, that would be amazing. Dude, a 1-drop flyer prevents lethal and draws him another card. Come on. Into another draw card for 2 cards. Jesus Christ, chat. I'm so fucking tilted again. Into a 4/4. Can we maybe draw a card that does something? No, we just flood out here? That's exciting. I think that's the right block too. Auto Vapor MVP. Yeah. Yep. Another flyer. I think we're losing now. Like legit losing. I mean, we can come back from here. It's not fatal yet, but it's not good shape. Another land. That's 4 now? 3? 5? Some number greater than 1? This is actually slightly good to shuffle. Macabre Waltz is on the bottom. How come I don't get to play the game? Like, what? Who designs a fucking game where you don't play the game? Dude, if he attacks with two flyers, he draws cards. So he's gonna draw more cards from here. This is so stupid. I'm sure that's a good attack. Just trades off the Piranha, right? Trades up, I guess. Skelly to face. Did I have some way to do face damage that I'm not aware of? No. Okay. Got me concerned, chat, that I fucked up again. I'd like to protect this card. He might have counter spells. Do I play it now or later? I think I play it now. Scythe is too late. I don't want Scythe right now. Don't curse me with Scythe. Fuck! Alright. How do I have less cards? I have less cards in my deck than him too. I cast a fucking card too, like an idiot. Oh my god. Why would I cast that? Dude. Oh my god, these lands are so painful. Okay. Should equip the weapon, but I'm now like tilted so hard right now. So where do I need the Scythe?
Quitters
the dogs, right?
Win.
Thanks for the gifted sub, Sir Flipper. Not moving this is definitely a mistake. I think we died at decking here, right? Because we have drawn, from the position where we pushed him down to 1, we have drawn only lands. This is 2 more lands. Have to maybe, I don't know. What a shitty way to go 3 losses with this deck. Two land screws, like straight on screws into a flood to lose. And the auto tapper, I don't know. I could have played around the auto tapper, I think. Is my deck just made of lands only? He still has 6 power in the air. 6 power is still too much. I can make this a 4/4. I'd trade it with that one and that one. I don't care about swinging back, I don't think. Does that get me anywhere? Then he has 1, 2, 3, 4 chump blockers. I got 4 attackers, 1 more. I think it does. Oops. Oh, I miscounted too. Maybe he can mill himself for me. I was thinking he'd have to block with the other one. Jeez, there's just mistakes in this game, huh? I don't know how to get through this. I think we literally lost the game when the auto tapper tapped all my lands and didn't leave me a green, and then I couldn't play my fucking vigilant guy. Feels so bad to lose like this. I just haven't had a card in how long? We drew 5 lands, then drew Macabre Welch, then drew 5 more lands. Fuck am I supposed to do with that? Too many misplays. All right, you're timed out. You're fucking timed out. It's the wrong fucking time to say it, and the misplays aren't what's costing. Like, these misplays here aren't costing me this game. The drawing 1,000 fucking cards is costing me the game, or losing to that one card coming out there and then drawing 1,000 lands. Like, fuck off. Fuck off. Yeah. It's like the worst time ever to be like, hey, some guy's tilting. Should I just keep running my fucking mouth like a cunt? Then yes. I guess if that's your plan, that's what you're up to. All right. What is this, Ross? The biggest boss. Okay. Thanks. All right.
There's nothing wrong with cunts.
That's true. There's nothing wrong with cunts. There's wrong with people running their mouth right now. It's definitely not where I want to be. Okay. Do I need something? Not right now, thank you. No. Good. All right. Jesus. That one. That's more tilty than the Lava Axe game for me, chat. That's way more tilty than the Lava Axe. They should definitely have auto tapper. It's a huge quality of life thing. I feel like these last 2 games, there's like so much to learn from the last 2 games. I wonder if it's worth watching them. Dude, my body temperature went up about 15 degrees. Like, I'm now actually sweating, like, with anger. That's crazy. That's why I stopped playing this game. Part of the reason. Kind of want to watch that again. Okay. So what am I looking for? I want my VODs. So here, okay. Yes, the strategy in this game is super fun. The RNG is super tilty. I'm very, like, I just don't know what to do with this, right? When we hit that many lands in such a close game, I know what we do. We lose, and we lose every fucking time we do that. It's super frustrating because you get the counterfactuals with, if we hadn't let the auto tapper tap that land for us, we could have played two vigilant and gotten for 2 more damage and 1 attack, which would have won us the game. You know, you start doing that and you're just like lost. So where is the actual, can't believe he fucking doubled down too. What a prick. All right, where is this? I'm looking for current stream. Catch this up. All right. So I want to watch, that's 2 really close games. I just want to have a quick look at them. I guess we'll salvage into the 1-3 to see what we get from that. Okay. All right, so this is browser. We want VOD. Oh, not browser. It's the wrong one. Actually want a browser source. capture. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at this. So what I want to see here is I want to see the play here. And what I want to see is, for us, I want to see the last 2 games we played. And I want to have a look at the sequencing on that. All right, we don't need to listen to this guy rage. It's fine. Where are our actual games? So the 2 really close ones were what? Okay, what were the 2? So the one we just did is worth having a look at, particularly around the sequencing at this end stage of the game, right? So before here. Okay. This is, I forgot we got switcheroo at the start of this trash game. Okay. All right, where's speed? Speed's at 1.5. Let's look at speed 2. All right, okay. I haven't looked at the economy in a while. I know the economy is designed to milk you for money, so you should try to do your absolute best to minimize being milked for money in this game. Unless you're just loaded and don't care. Or so I want to see, sure. I want to see both sequences and also how bad the RNG was, right? How fucked did we get from the fucking RNG here?
Time is a resource. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Okay. Time is a resource. Depends what you're doing for recreation, though. Time is less of a resource as a penalty if you're enjoying the time you're spending, right?
I don't really want to listen to Filthy, but I kind of want the background noise. So let's turn it down a little bit. So here we feel super confident where we're at in this game. I'm even killing jump creatures because I'm like, we're good. We mill, play out all of our cards. We could have played differently here. We didn't have to kill that 2-1, but he had literally 1 card left in hand. It's brutal as fuck, the 1 card it was. With exact mana to play it, to recur and cast this turn. All right, I'm not sure about our finishing blow combo here. So we should, I mean, we should be really hyper aware. The recursion deck seems super strong in this playthrough, in this thing. So we know he has, and he didn't do it. So here, from this position, oops, I don't want to make this bigger because you guys can't see, hold on. From this position, what do we actually want to do? So we know he recurs. He's got same number of defenders as we have attackers, so we can't force damage through. The play I chose to make was attack in, have his value, right? Kill the 3/3 cutthroat, and trade the 3/3 for the 5/4 to draw a card to try to get out of this situation. I think it's this turn that screws us, right? It's the auto tapper here that kills us. So all I need to do here is leave a forest and we win the game, right? This is the play that fucks us. So the attack is fine. The blowout with the double block is fine. He plays these 2. We can't exile. All we can do is remove, so that's fine. We blow that up. Looks good. Yeah, and here screws us. So should I let the shaman die? We wouldn't have killed them both with the shaman because it's 6 toughness, so that doesn't help. So we have to make, if we are trying to attack there, we need to do that. I mean, I guess technically his combo doesn't do anything while he's just holding that, right? But then he starts digging in our graveyard, right? So, all right. So there's the problem. Okay, so how many draws okay, so let's start counting draws to the end of the game here that we hit fucking land on. Yeah, so here's the problem, because he actually gets additional value out of that. He gets 2 creatures instead of 1. So there's 1 land. Last attack, could we have attacked with Thallid is a really good question. I don't think so, but let's take a look. So where was that? So this is right prior to this. God damn it. It's a little bit clunky, this VOD system, right? This is a little too early. This is when we're desperately looking for... No, it isn't. It's here that... Okay, this was the attack, right? Wait, we have another finishing blow? What is this? Is previous. Okay. So Thallid's Summoning Sickness here. Okay, he plays this guy out, gets the card back in his hand. It's this attack. Could we have attacked with Thallid too? It's a really good question. Need to look at that for a second. All right. Can we attack with Thallid here as well? I mean, he can always chump Silverback, right? So if we attack with Thallid and Silverback here, and he wants to chump Silverback, he can do that. He can also gang block Silverback with the 1/1 and the 3/3, and then just trade off with Thallid. And he can also just take Thallid damage, although taking Thallid damage moves us forward. Does it matter which ones he blocks with? The fact he might even be a mistake that he blocks with the do 3/3s, honestly. There's a fair option. I mean, he's at 7 here though, right? So we don't kill him. He's not at 1 here, so he's not forced to make blocks. He has some decision-making potential, but there's definitely an attack with the Thallid here possible. It doesn't have negative trades, although I think it incentivizes him to block Cutthroat on Thallid, Silverback. Yeah, that might have done it too. So either of those things, attacking with Thallid as well as casting Sentinel, probably got us there. All right. How many draws of land did we get? Let's count that next. Yeah. Good question, though. I didn't even see that here. Didn't see it in the game. Didn't see it here. I mean, that's okay. 2 points to trample that way, sure. Okay. Attack with all. I don't think the Stitcher's Supplier is a good attack. He just eats it, right? He blocks 1/1 plus 3/3 on the 5/4, and then he blocks 3/3 on 1/1 and eats my Stitcher's Supplier. Okay, that's okay. First land. I'm so angry. I almost don't want to watch this again because I'm so tilted by this game.
There's a block where you can block Gravedigger on Supplier.
Okay, go for the draw there. Get a pretty good top deck. So that was a non-land card and double spell there. I mean, this seems like it seems so fucking hard to lose from this board state. I could tweak the coloring a little bit. It's funny because when I stop moving, the flashing goes away. So every time I look, it's never there, and I'm just like, chat's overreacting. But it's here a lot in the replay, isn't it? Okay, we can fix that in a second. Yeah, the Stitcher dying eventually kills me to mill, but we're still expecting to kill him with damage here, right? I mean, he made some pretty fucking good plays at keeping himself alive, fucking my board, and staying alive. Here, it's 3 attackers again. It seems so crazy. 4 attackers. To not win here is fucking crazy from this board state, right? That's actually a non-land card, too. Although we did have extra draws from the guy. Dude, it's just nuts that he can play here and stop 4 creatures.
Got 1 more mana, so you can do the infinite fucking recursion garbage again. That seems strong as a 2 or 3 card combination. There's two of these things in the format. So there's 3 of these salvagers. The Shipwright Dowser at 5, the Salvager Secrets at 5, and the one at 7.
I mean, he's top decking too, right? So his top decks are hitting here, since he keeps hitting fucking value cards. So this comes, okay, so the skeleton comes out, takes out 2, which is really nice. Mills us. He's still dead here. And even his next block is dead, right? Because his next card is also an imp. Yeah, and it's funny too, because we never played the Gravedigger in that entire draft. It was only ever used against us, which is brutal. We don't know what his last card is. Could be anything. We know he plays Air Elemental into Sky Scanner next turn, but it's just kind of brutal. That's it. There's the Sky Scanner.
Prevents lethal and draws him another card. Come on.
Into another. Yeah, dude, that's just. All right. When you okay, so his top decks here are just disgusting.
Can we maybe draw a card that does something? No, we just flat out here. That's exciting.
Okay, another land for us. What's that? 3. To another land. We actually are smart here too, right? This land lets, because at the very beginning of the game we mulliganed and we put our graveyard recursion card on the bottom of our deck. Into another land. That's 4 though in a row, right?
If he attacks with 2 flyers, he draws cards. So he's gonna draw more cards.
It's 5 of 7. Okay. Could I have picked better cards here to win from this board state? So I can only interact with, he's got my Gravedigger. I don't have a Rise, so I can't pull cards from his graveyard. I can only target cards from my graveyard. I take a flyer to stem the bleeding. But I wonder if we could have got a different card here. You can't call it a variance loss if we're misplaying as well. It's a combination. It's not being able to recover from bad variance. But if we'd played better in those moments, we would have won here, right? If we had not let the auto tap or tap our green source, and if we had made the attack with a Thallid, we'd probably win here. It's so fucking close. It's just really unpleasant to look at. So what else could we have picked here? God, I'm so salty about this. I really like this deck too. So we can pick more draw, but more draw doesn't help us. Both Silverback and Twin Blade are draw cards. We've got the Thallid, which is then produces the 3. I think we end up taking the Thallid. And we had the Angel and the Night Pack Ambusher. We didn't take Thallid. We took Night Pack Ambusher. Night Pack Ambusher is clearly better than Thallid. And Angels are only flyer, besides Fetid Imp. So I don't think there's other cards we can pick here either. I can res the Gorilla, but we die by decking, so we don't want to res the... We lost the game from decking. We're like 4 cards in our deck or something at this point, so we really don't want to take Gorilla. I mean, I guess Gorilla is trample, but he's got plenty of blockers here. So what would you have taken Gorilla instead of if we play that line? The Angel. We die in the air if we do that, right? The Angel both forces him to have an air blocker so he doesn't die and is bigger than all of his creatures. Could I have played it differently when I played the Angel? He knows which cards I take in my hand. So I could have, for example, played the Ambusher. But if I play the Ambusher this turn and pass, I don't generate a wolf. I think it's just worse.
I'd like to protect this card. He might have counterspells. If I play it now or later. I can play it now.
It's just frustrating.
Side is too late. I don't want side right now. Don't curse me with side.
Okay, what was the other game I wanted to watch? I don't think there's anything changes from here. Okay. All right, what was the other game that we were interested in watching? Shit, I don't remember. Was it a different deck or this deck? I feel like it was this deck. But it might have been the blue-black one. What's the top deck one? Thank you, Aniak.
Returned.
Kind of bummed about that. All right. Let's get another draft. Maybe I take like a half-second break, walk downstairs, get water. I'm pretty tilted. It's probably a good idea. And we'll draft again. Okay, back in a second.
Our modest
Thank you,
fellowship
Happy Squid.
expands.
Appreciate the sub.
Praise the sub.
Yeah, we've had 3 really tilty finishes, right? We had that Lava Axe finish. That was pretty fucking tilty. Oh, that was the other game we wanted to look at. Shit, I just closed it all up. If there was some way we could have played around that Lava Axe. There was a turn when we chose not to attack, chose to recur one more time. I don't know. Okay. Let's draft again. Feels super bad. Smart flipper, smart. All right. Well, this game, this format seems to me super air and bomb oriented is what I would call this format. I don't think there's I'm just looking, trying to not be blinded by the Planeswalker. Take Vengeance is okay. Assembling Skeleton is interesting. This card is very solid though. So let's grab that. This is the one that gives counters, right? Yeah. So we do want to build around that. Shield Mare is a great pickup with that. There's an Aerial Engineer and there's also an Angel. I want to take the white, not the blue. I don't want to commit to blue-white right now. We actually don't want blue-white with the Johnny particularly. Shield Mare is a great card, but I don't think it's better than Angel. That's not a card. That's not really a card either. That's okay. That card's really bad. It's converted mana cost 2 or less too. Okay. I think we just angel this. There might be other cards there. I do get color. I kind of get tunneled in colors sometimes. So we want to be careful to keep our eyes open. I mean, there's still a world where we don't play white. It's just really, it's a vanishingly small world. So there's a Luminous Bonds removal on color, seems great. There's a Volley Veteran, which I think was better in M19 than it was in this combination draft. There's Wind Mage, which I think is pretty weak. There's an Axe, which is okay. I think it's Gigantosaur, Calric. So there's another Angel of Dawn in color, a second Resembling Skeleton, and a Exclusion Mage. The Mage is really nice tempo. It's definitely the best individual card here, I think. Definitely, I think. It's probably that. I think I might just be on another Angel, though. Don't underestimate Novice Knight. Novice Knight can't attack. Yeah, I think because I'm guaranteed white and I don't know my second color yet, I guess I just pass that around. I don't really want more than this though. 3/3 bodies are actually 3/3 flyers are actually pretty solid in this format. Yeah. You like a 5 mana 10/10 with no trample, Calric? I don't. Man, our last deck was good. Sucks. That's rust. Losing us drafts. I mean, you want a game where you lose by playing worse for sure. But it's shitty to get that like reinforced over like 7 or 8 turns of drawing forests. Or of drawing lands rather. So Loxodon is in our color. There's a Courser here. I don't think we want more big fatties. We want some protection. We want a lot of early game with the Ajani so we can play Ajani onto a board that's not vulnerable. So I think this is either Sanctuary, Courser, or Dreadmaw, or Loxodon. Loxodon is a terrible card, but this card is barely better. I have no fucking clue here. Kind of tempted to take the Sanctuary, honestly. Like, I'm not so keen on a 3/2 or a 3/3, and I don't really want to just grab a Dreadmaw when I have expensive because it needs protection, 2 other 5 mana cards. I could see Sanctuary, Courser, or Loxodon, I think, there. Alright, we do want to... I mean, that card's great. Don't have to choose a color. Works amazingly with the Ajani. Maybe gets me some life gain. I'm pretty happy with Diamond Mare here. I was going to say I might even take the game because it's a 2-drop and we need early game, but this is great. The Waltz was okay, but it really required the Recursion deck. Second Diamond Mare. Or Daylight Chaplain. The Chaplains kind of suck, but the Diamond Mares aren't good. It was just because I didn't have to commit to another color. I think I still take the Diamond Mare. Yeah. Chaplain scales better from the counters, from the lifelink. You're not wrong. That's maybe a good argument. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to play this card either. But you're right. If this card is less strong, then I'm not sure. So here I might actually speculate. The Brute is a huge upgrade over the Line Breaker. And it's weird to see it this light. I don't have to have a Line Breaker in my deck. Nothing else here is stuff I want. I mean, we have some artifact synergy with the Diamond Mares. That could be okay. But it doesn't really feel like the deck. We don't want to play underpowered creatures into a board where we're trying to protect a Planeswalker. Right? This is 2 or less power. It hits both Diamond Mares. It's in our color. Doesn't hit Angel. It doesn't hit Bogart. It's still okay. I think it's better than the Sentinel. I'm not taking any of these colors, and these cards aren't good. This card is like a worse worm, in my opinion. Would we ever main deck a Plummet? Maybe. I'm not playing that. Another brute. Huh. Late. I like 3-2 menace. Alright, red is, I guess, open? I mean, this is basically Lava Axe with a bit more versatility. What can be countered. Or rather, played around. I have 2 angels. Dude, it might even be the best card in the pack. There's a Shock, which is okay. There's a Sentry, which is okay. The Shaman's very good, but nothing synergetic with what we're doing. I kind of wouldn't mind Bishop of Wings here. It probably wheels. Do you want to take the Sentry instead? Or the Fencing Ace? This card grows nicely. We could ace and hope to wheel wings. Everything about the Bishop win is fine except for the fact that it doesn't do anything. I don't know. I think Bishop is more likely to wheel than the fencing guy. Wow, we just got a payoff for getting life gain and another angel in our color. This is actually a fairly big payoff too. Okay. There's also a Planeswalker in our color. And it's a nice one because it comes in and pings things if we're red. There's Rabid Bite and Netcaster Spider if we want to go different colors. So the question, I guess, is the Planeswalker good enough to pass the Angel of Vitality when we have Angel Synergy and Healing Synergy? This will not be here. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's okay. Take the Angel. It's a 4/4 flyer that heals me a little bit more. I think I don't. I think I take Chandra.
I think I'm a decent enough pyromancer.
Okay. Red-white duel. A flyer on their turn, but it's overpriced at 4. Another Angel. And an Inquisitor for a 2-drop and a Scorcher. I think it's between Angel and Inquisitor. Kind of want 2 drops. It's hard again. First strike is nice, but it's super mana intensive. It's elemental there too. I like this card, but I don't think it fits here. It's between these for me. I think that card's weak enough that I could pass it. It is another Angel though, and we did Bishops of Wing. I just not super excited about it. So I'm going to take Moreland Inquisitor. Arguably that card would have just wheeled, so I don't know. Corpse Knight, Battalion Foot Soldier. We have no idea. We think we're red, but we're not entirely certain on our second color. Is there any cards here that would really stand out? Otherwise, the Frost Links, I guess. What if I pass up? I pass up Maniacal Rage. Or I pack up. I don't like Mask of Immolation. We don't ever want these Foot Soldiers unless we get like 5. Are we ever blue? It feels really unlikely we're blue with Chandra and Bogart Brutes. I guess Mask can ping face if I get stuck. I don't know. You like Maniacal Rage? I really don't like Maniacal Rage. Dragon Mage, Sentinels, Raise the Alarm seems pretty good for our deck. That is a flyer, but it's a pretty weak flyer. I really love this spider, but I don't think we're going to be green. I'll take a God's Willing over a Gauntlets. I was checking to see if that was the one that gave me +1/+1 counters based on life gain, but it's not. This card's excellent. 1 mana, protect your creature from removal is fucking great. Sentry either wheeled or this was a different pack. I don't think I've seen this pack before. Flying, whenever it attacks, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token that's tapped and attacking. It's a 1/2 flyer for 2. I don't like that card, and I do like this card. Fuck that. Okay. 2 CMC with evasion. That is true. It is two CMC. Doesn't, I mean, it only kind of has evasion, right? If it's a 1/2 flyer, that's not good enough, right? I need the 1/1s to be actually accumulating, and I'm not sure they will. We have a pretty wide deck right now. I don't mind Infuriate as a single mana trick either. I haven't played this captain. I never see him played, so I can't imagine he's actually very strong. Do I just play a 1 mana combat trick again? I think I do. That card's strong. This card beat me pretty ridiculously the other day. All right. So Sentry Wield. The Pegasus and the Griffin are both here. I think I prefer Sentry to Griffin, although this card has been good at blocking flyers for us. I already have one Sentry, and I have the Bogarts too. I think I take the Griffin. I don't like Pegasus. Pegasus can't solo block flyers, which is a huge problem in the format. Hey, it wheeled. I see this card wheel actually a lot because it's not very good unless you have Angel Synergy. And who the fuck has Angel Synergy? And this one wheeled, getting paid off. All right, we now have 5 Angel Synergy, I think. So that's kind of cool. All right, this is pack 2 as well. Foot Soldier wheeled. We're not getting more Foot Soldiers. We didn't take one, right? No. I'll take Maniacal Rage. I doubt I play it. Inspired Charge okay in this deck. So is Sentinel. Do we want to threaten the random blowout, or do we want to have a pretty consistent flying blocker? The latter. What does sideboard mean? It's you can select it, you can change your deck in between matches versus the same opponent in certain game formats. Yeah, this is the card I was thinking of, Light of Promise. So we got Doggo, who can ping face. That's a really decent 2-drop. How's our curve, though? We already have 2-drops, a fair number of them. So we could Light of Promise and try to really capitalize on life gain synergies. Although we're going to feel the lack of that. Or we could Skyscanner. Skyscanner's okay, too. I don't know. That card kind of wins games sometimes, right? I think that power level is just higher on Skyscanner. We already have a fair amount of life gain. We've got life gain on both Diamond Mares. We've got life gain on Bishop. And we have life gain on the other, on Ajani and on the other guy. The other angel that comes in. Do we have enough for a Griffin Avery? Is that too greedy? Rambunctious Mutt actually tends to wheel, and I don't actually hate that card. It feels a little greedy, but it is possible. If we trigger it like twice, we're probably good enough. The card probably wheels as well. Is there anything else we want from this pack? I would play Goblin Wizardry, I guess. I played Doggo, chat. I kind of want to see it. Like, I don't know if there's ever a deck that can do it, it's this deck. All right. Volcanic Geyser is a fucking bomb. The problem is it's double red. I was considering cutting red at about 1 second ago. So Havoc Jester, I've run this card. It has synergy with the sacrifice thing that was in our board. We probably are playing red if for nothing else than Chandra and Bogarts for 3. This could be pure white, which makes the value of the healing way higher. If it's pure white, do we just go sword instead? I mean, this card is a bomb. You can fucking finish face with this, which is huge, with an X spell. I don't know. What does this guy do? 1/2, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature that has one already. Fuck yeah. That's great. We have a swift response too. Does this card wheel? Dude, I want this card because it's removal. We don't have shit for removal, right? We've got 1 Luminous Bonds. This is definitely the best of the white kill tap creatures. I want this card, but I think it's Greed Lord, or I think this card might win us a game. So maybe we'll wheel it. Second swift response. I like Anointed Chorister as well. I think this card's pretty flexible. Thrill Possibility is great for fixing, but I'm happy with another swift response. Yeah, I think we're very close to mono white. Gale Swooper is a on-summon leap ability, which is kind of... What is this? Exile target creature or planeswalker. Controller gains a 4/4 white angel token with flying. I'll take that. I think it's in our deck. Just kind of ridiculous, right? It's between these. This is not an angel, it's a griffin. I like the jump ability, but we seem to have another game plan rather than just pure beatdown at the moment. I think I take Ascension. Life gain land. If we play mono white, that's more valuable than Havoc Jester. I think it's more valuable than Havoc Jester even if we play red. If we have a good enough mono white deck with life gain synergy, we can maybe make something work. 1-3, nothing else. 2 bodies, take it. Okay. I rarely draft monocolored decks because they just tend to be weaker. I think the dog is better than the Pegasus, but at this point I'm pretty unlikely to play red. Or if I do, maybe I splash a little bit and just put in Chandra or something. So I'll take the Pegasus. Our drafts have been so bad today. Hey, Mutt Wield. I'm pretty high on Mutt. I'm too high on Mutt. It's because Reclamation Sage blew me up the first 2 drafts I played of this core set. I got just brutalized by Reclamation Sage, like hitting me like 2 to 3 times per game kind of shit. So the fact that Doggo does the same thing makes me feel good. It's probably not good enough to actually play, but it makes me feel good. Yeah. We'll have a look in a minute. We got to trim the deck. Monocolor but still landlocked? Yes, of course. Anti-mill golem. I can't imagine playing this right now. Hey, look who wheeled. Okay. 3 mana versus 5, yeah. And you're much happier to play out a 2-1 body. Like, this body is really unexciting in this format, the 3/4. So like a lot of times if there's no like target, you're like, ah, whatever, it's just a 2-1. Like with the dog, you're like, do I hold it or do I play it? Because it's much more impactful, right? Like you're just happy to play to hold the Reclamation Sage. All right. So what did we end up with? If we don't do red, dude, the double brutes not being in the game is actually pretty painful. Game, will you respond to me clicking? Thanks. If we don't do red, this is 44. We got to go down 5. Probably go 16 lands if it's only white. Maybe even less than 16 if it's only white, by the way. That's 15. But let's pretend that we respect fixing. We don't want to play this. It's terrible. We don't want to play that. That's a serious medium card. So is that. Do we hit anything with Bugler? We actually added a fair number of 1-power creatures to our deck with the Sentinel and the Pegasus. And the Anointed Chorister. So we actually have a fair... Okay, so any cards we don't want to play here, if we could avoid it. We're going to try the life gain garbage for Airy. Diamond Mare gets better in mono white. Angel of Vitality is a sick combo with Griffin Avery, since it gives us 2 life per tick off Diamond Mare instead of 1, so we only need to trigger 2 spells instead of 3. I think this might actually be mono white, chat. I'm a little worried about our flyers, and I have no equipment. So what are the red cards I care about? Double red, super hard. We have no fixing. So putting this in is really difficult with our mana base. The brutes are excellent, but we need them on turn 3. It does cut our 3-drops pretty significantly not to have them. But they're not, they're powerful, but they're powerful in an aggression format. I'm not sure we're really trying to aggress, right? We're trying to durdle a little bit, then hit a Johnny or our life gain synergies and start popping angels out of, griffins and angels out of our ass, right? Mask might be good in a deck like this. We're probably going to have a lot of shitters. And it would be nice to be able to ping things. Thrill is always nice for fixing. I'm fine with that card and fine with that card to play if I wanted to play them for 2 more 2-drops. And this card's great if we're actually playing red. I mean, we could these cards are okay. If we ran this, what do we cut? Doggo is definitely a medium. Playing all of our angels for angel synergy. Raise the Alarm is okay. It's not great, it's not bad. And Chorister is okay. So any of these cards picked up by, what's his face? The Bugler? No, no, yes, yes. No, no, no. Is Chandra worth anything? We don't have elementals, so we can't +2/+0 that. The -1 for 2 mana is useful, especially if we're trying to multi-spell, but not super useful. And then the -2 is kind of weak removal. Do we try this as mono red? You're wrong about Chandra being a 4-mana shock. It's a 4-mana shock twice that also has like a taunt effect on it, right? So it's a bit more impactful than that. So what is the card I actually care about? I care about this card, because this card was like a fucking game finisher for me. Some asshole sitting around on 1 health, dirtling your graveyard to death, where he summoned your same creatures from your graveyard 25 times in a row, and your auto tapper fucked you out of a win. Just draw Volcanic Geyser. Problem solved. You know? Okay. And of these, I'd cut the Steed. Can we go down one more land? So often the reason to run full lands, there's 2 reasons, right? It's curve and mana consistency. Our mana gets a lot more consistent when we're not running anything except planes. Yeah. I do have 5/5 drops and a 4-drop, and I care about those 4 drops a lot. But the problem is we don't have anything to do with our mana, right? So when we have no card draw in this deck, and once we're out of castable things, we have literally the Chorister and then the first striker, and that's it for mana sinks. All right. All right, you know what this deck is called, chat? What do you guys think, by the way? Prediction-wise, you think we can get 5 out of this? Okay. Mono White Flood. That's what this deck is called. Okay. You think we can get 5? I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I've not had good luck in this format. White Supremacy? Fuck no. All right. Hand sucks. Draw. He could have Essence Scatter here. Doesn't. Okay. Those would have been nice in our deck. One more mana, Mutt kills it. We have no lifelink here. So we made a decision at one point to take a red, I think it was a red common over an inspiring charge. I would actually really like inspiring charge in this deck, would be amazing. So I forgot about the +1 damage there. Played this second so I could attack with this. I think if I play this first, we get 1 extra damage there but lose 1 damage here, I think. Because I needed to be able to bluff first strike. So. Was this bot drafted? No. Okay. You know what would have been really fucking sweet there? Would have been a land. So he's got 4 power flying. I don't think I can force through damage anywhere here. So I could play out Light of Promise. But almost certainly whatever fucking creature I put it on, he exiles. And my protection for, I do have God's Willing to protect it from that. Maybe that's good enough. I don't want to lose those counters though. Oh, it falls off too, you're right. All right, then I'm going to hold Angelic Ascension. It was pretty close to me. It was pretty close to equal for me, but I was forgetting the fact that God's Willing would dispel my own Light of Promise. Yep, you're correct. Absolutely correct. I do forget that a lot, actually. The fact that that protection can be a mixed bag. Oh, I haven't fixed the cam, have I? Okay. All right, I don't want to do that. Remind me after game chat. I don't want to fuck with it during game because clearly I need all my brain cells to rub together to try to start something going here. Opponent's really fucking popping off over there, isn't he? You know, it'd be sick if I drew a fucking land. Holy shit. I don't think I can sit in Durl forever here, annoyingly. All right, got that off the board. Good. So he's only got 3 power now for flyers. So if I get planes resolve Mutt, I can attack with Protector. It'd be really nice to resolve Light of Promise while I have Angelic Ascension up as well. I don't know where I put it though. The Bugler, it's Vigilant. Yes, of course it's an instant. This card would be entirely useless if it wasn't. Okay. Amazing, chat. Fucking amazing. It's actually not a bad draw right now, right? Do I preemptively Angelic Ascension for a 2/3? It does heal me for 4. Why would I Angelic on their turn? I hate not using this as a surprise block, but I think generating the 2/3 makes that better. Oh, it's a 2/2, not a 2/3. Wait, I thought it was a 2/3. Okay. Alright, I don't know what this card does. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, gains indestructible to end of turn. Unbeatable. Just as a +1. Whenever one of your non-token creatures attack this turn, create that many one or more. Jesus Christ. It's 3 mana too. That card is nuts.
My sand will protect you.
Alright, I can't multi-spell right now, annoyingly. So what's his power on board? Okay. Yeah, sure. Accepted. Now, my mana is absolutely fucking me here. Maybe I should have allowed something to be eaten, but I'm not attacking with Bishop, so it would have been Bugler and this thing. I mean, he's technically out of cards, I guess. Yeah, it's like a better Ajani. It's 1 mana cheaper. It's hilarious. Oh, and he top decks a fucking flyer. Fuck you, dude. All right, give me a land.
Oketra's love is your shield.
All right, guy. I guess, you know, casually play a flyer to prevent your Planeswalker from being hit, and then a huge body on the ground with 1 card in hand. Sure. Keep it up. It's a good card for us, I guess. I don't think there's any ground attacks to be made.
Leave me in peace.
Top deck into draw a card? Sure. Chat, I remember so long ago when we had 4 lands and we were excited about this game and the potential we had for it.
I will guard your advance.
Thing's vigilant too, right? Hey, new from K.
Hey Filthy. Hope you're doing well these days. Smile.
Thanks.